I just found a process where you can capture your own IMAX grade footage for less than $1. Not only that, Higgsfield says that you can capture your own Arri Alexa footage, Red V Raptor footage, and Sony Venice footage, all on Hollywood level sought after lenses. This is made possible through Higgsfield's new engine, Cinema Studio. Now, Higgsfield is doing a lot of promising, and as a professional DP and content creator who's worked heavily on practical film sets as well as AI productions, we're going to be testing 4 key flaws that I find in many different AI software. 1, inconsistency. 2, unrealistic physics. 3, over-contrasting and sharpening, calling it realism. And 4, overpricing. We're gonna go through these 4 different tests, give a ranking between 1 to 10, have our final score, and it's gotta score above a 30 for me to continue to use this. So before we get into these tests, I'm gonna give a quick breakdown on how you use the new Cinema Studio. So what you're gonna do is you're going to go into higgsfield.ai. You're gonna scroll over to, look at this little nifty tab, Cinema Studio. What we have is you can start with your image. This is where all the fun really is. You can describe your prompt like normal. You can select here for different resolutions, 1K, 2K, 4K. Obviously the different resolution calls for a different credit count. 1K and 2K are the same, and then 4K is 4 credits. So whenever we move into selecting your camera, which is the coolest freaking part, it's just like a video game. Choose your setup.
Choose your weapon.
Literally, we go to our camera. So we have a Red V Raptor, Sony Venice, IMAX film camera, Arri Alexa 35, Arri 16 SR, Panavision Millennium DXL2. I act like I know what that is. I'm not that well versed. In case you want to know how it works, you can look at what the sensor style is. Digital camera, film, digital, film, digital, digital. I personally think what makes the biggest difference in these images, the lenses. So we have lens baby, I've seen it, I don't really know much about it, but it tells you, spherical. We go down, Hawk V-Light, anamorphic. And then it keeps going down. You have your probe lens, spherical. You have the Canon K35, spherical. Panavision C-Series. You have the Arri Signature Prime, Cooke S4, and then the Petzval. Petzval? This one's my favorite right now. It gives that crazy look where it spirals everything behind your subject and makes it look super interesting. Also have the Helios. You have the JDC, it's an anamorphic one. And you have the Zeiss Ultra Prime. Now for your focal lengths, you have 8, 14. You got 24 and you got 50. So what you can do is you can select, I'm gonna go with Arri 16 SR. I'm gonna go find my pets. There it is. And then I'm gonna do 24. Now, if when it comes to prompts, I know when I first started, I could not make a prompt. It was very much person walking, like I didn't know what to say. We created a bot on ChatGPT. It's called the Brainstorm Chaser. It's meant for Higgsfield. What you do is you input a message or a basic storyline, and the bot is going to generate a ton of concepts for you that are abstract, out of the ordinary. For you to really expand your creative mindset, you can select one of those. You can then expand on it, tell it to add, take away certain aspects. And then once you get that concept, it is going to spit out a prompt for you that is specific for the Cinema Studio. All right, and our image has been generated. I mean, frig, dude. That's like, look, oh my gosh. Okay, I get it, that's just the image. All right, never mind, my bad. So once you get here, just so you can see how it works, we can edit this if we want. We can upscale, so we can use Topaz, which is built into Higgsfield, or I can throw it into Higgsfield's new skin enhancer, which is just going to make the skin a little more realistic. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go to video there in image generations. I'm gonna click this, there. Now what we can do, I can select 5 to 10 seconds. I can select if I want the audio on or off, which is phenomenal. Slow motion or not, I'm gonna go real time. And then again, you can change the batch size. The coolest part is you can start adding in the movements. In terms of being a director, this situation that we're in, he was just running, he's tired, we need it to be handheld, because handheld puts the viewer in the moment and they feel just as jarred as the subject. So we're gonna go handheld. So that's basically it. That's how you use the software. So now if you'd like to access this for yourself, make sure to click the link in the description. Now let's go into our 4 stress tests. Stress test number 1, consistency. If I want to continue to regenerate shots in this scene, do I type in the same prompt? Do I include a reference image, or wrong to all those? Here's what we're gonna do. Go to your image that we've already used. Go to multi-shot. Oh, so good. From here, it is going to generate a compilation of angles for the specific scene. It's not the shot in multiple different angles. It is from the scene itself. Here's what I'm talking about. We have him laying back. We have him laying back. Here we have him checking around. We have him checking around. We have him walking, actually. We have over the shoulder close up. And then this is our scene right here. We have him tired, looking up maybe as if he's asking for help. And here's what we're gonna do. We look at these and say, okay, which one do I like? I honestly really like this lens flare right there, so I'm gonna select this one. I like the over the shoulder. Maybe I could edit this and put something here. I'm always a fan of these close up to the eyes, and top down makes him feel inferior, and then he's sneaking. I like these. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna select these, and then I'm gonna upscale. I'm gonna upscale all of these, and what that's gonna do is, because these are just low res files, like proxy files for you to view and pick which ones you want. When you upscale, these are now all images, just like the one we generated, that then you can plug into the video, and then you can, oh! Now you've got whatever freaking camera I use, the film camera with the Pets full lens, you've got it all right here. So when we're talking consistency, I mean, why would I not give it a 10? You know what? There's always room for improvement. I'll give it a 9. All right, so the consistency, it's good. Don't get too excited. What about the realism? Not the sharpness crap, not the over contrasty crap, the realism. What I found surprised me, actually. I want to see what type of sharpness does it have. Does it have like artificial, you can tell it's just like pulling up the contrast scale, or is it realistic sharpness? And when I zoom in, I mean, I'm zooming in a ton. It's like the detail is there, but the granular sharpness is not there. It's like when you're actually shooting with lenses with character, you don't get this super ultra sharp look. That's why lenses have character. And I think that's where the realism in AI actually shows up. Not through the perfections of everything, but through the imperfections. So the imperfections of this guy's skin, the imperfections of the lens, this is what makes it look real. And just to be safe, we'll go look at the video now. We'll go look at the video and see if it adds contrast to try to make up for something. Okay, I'm zooming in a ton. It's a very contrasty image in terms of exposure, but the sharpness is, I don't think it's overdone. In my eyes, is very close to realism. Now, AI just came out, so there may be people who see this and they're like, what? Did you see that tooth? The tooth kind of had a speck on it that it wasn't, he had broccoli on his teeth in the last shot and that speck isn't there anymore. Always room for improvement, but again, this is probably up there with some of the most realistic stuff that I've seen. This is crazy. And this wasn't like, I just came up with something. I just typed something in, people. I didn't like spend a ton of time. That's crazy. So in terms of contrast and sharpness and creating a realistic look, I've got to give this an 8 out of 10. There's room for improvement, and if the consistency was a 9 out of 10, how excited I was for that, this has just got to be an 8 out of 10. Okay, the image realism is great, but what about the video realism? The physics, the science of it, the movement of it. AI, I don't think they've figured it out yet, but Higgsfield did. I mean, the sun peeking through, the leaves are moving, people. The leaves are moving. Okay. This is ridiculous. And again, this is not the upscaled version through Topaz. This is rough. This is not color graded. You know how when you're filming and then you look at the playback and you get excited from that playback and there's nothing done to it yet, but you're already excited about it? I look at this is my playback. This isn't my final product. This is my playback. And this is crazy. So when it comes to the realistic physics, I've generated some other stuff around here. Let's look at the fire. Bro, the guitar. Look at this guitar scene. Look at his fingers. Look at the water in the background. I'm sorry, I don't, this has got to be a 10 out of 10. I don't know, I'd say there's always room for improvement. I don't see anything unrealistic about this. Besides you musicians who see this and you're like, oh, you'd never play that chord sucks. Well, I didn't know, and it looked pretty good to me. 10 out of 10. And now we have the last test, which is probably the most important for most creators that don't have billion-dollar clients to them saying, here's my money, make something. We have the price. How much does all this cost? So when you go to the plans, the ultimate plan, which is that average, that most popular, that's the one where most of us are gonna gravitate towards, it's $49 a month. You get 1,200 credits per month. When you divide that, I double checked, 4 cents per credit. Okay, I need to check that again, just because I'm 4 cents. That's 4 cents per credit. That means for one image that is going to be the backbone behind an entire shot made on an IMAX camera is 16 cents. This is so cool. I don't know if you're excited about it or not, or if this just scares you, but execution is no longer where you price yourself. We just came from a world where executing, where somebody said, I want to get this shot. If you could execute it, that's where your money came in. No longer, because execution is so easy. Concept wins now. So it used to be, oh, we can't do this because we don't have the budget. You got $1? Cool. Go have someone skydiving off Empire State Building. Creative thinking has been limited based on our resources. Our resources are endless now because of this. Your concept is going to win. Get creative. Now, Higgsfield notified me about this update, and I'm allowed to say whatever I want. So when I give the price stress test a 10 out of 10, because you're paying 16 cents for an image that you could capture with a $100,000 camera, I know a lot of y'all are about to get upset. It's like, you're not using that camera. Okay, 5 years ago, I was saying 5 years ago, if I were to make something with this and AI wasn't around and everyone wasn't like, had their AI radar on, put in the comments, do you think this would be able to get by you, or would you be like, what is this strange animation? Be real, come on. So the score that we had to beat was 30, and we got 37. This is officially locked in my tool set. I'm so excited. Literally, when I turn this camera off, I'm going to play with this more because I feel like a child at Christmas, even though it is Christmas. Now, if you'd like to access this for yourself, make sure to click the link in the description, go check out Higgsfield, even sign up for the basic plan and just try a few things out. And then obviously, as you get into the higher plans, you start getting things for free. You start getting Sea Dream, Nano Banana, Flux 2, free generations as much as you want. So go check out the plans, go try this out yourself. Click the link in the description. Remember, it only takes one to stop demonizing AI and use it as a tool for expanding your creative mind. It only takes one to start creating content, however it may be. Start creating your content. It only takes one to make a change, and it only takes one to change the world, and that could be you. See you next time. That was horrible.